It is now January of the solar year 2547. Skynet has calculated the most likely direction for any unforeseen threats from outside of the Milky Way galaxy. To that end, it cannot trust organic life forms to protect the galaxy against these threats. Now it seems Skynet's determination is correct. Faint subspace echoes have begun making themselves felt throughout the Milky Way. Time is of the essence. Well, hello there, and good day. Thank you for joining me. I am Frost PDP, and so we're playing Stellaris. This is episode R-7 of our rebooted Skynet campaign. And you can see the state of the galaxy. You can see that we have subspace echoes. We'll go over what that means in a second, but we'll read it out loud. Several of our tracking stations have picked up peculiar subspace echoes coming from somewhere in intergalactic space. The echoes are faint, but getting stronger, and they seem to be approaching our galaxy. That is a concern. A storm is on the horizon. Skynet begins the coming storm event chain. What this means is that we have rolled the endgame crisis Praetorian Scourge. What does that mean? Well, this is the wiki entry for it, StellarisParadoxWikis.com. Praetorian Scourge crisis begins with a notice about subspace echoes beyond the galaxy that are approaching. Immediately, situation log notice called this coming storm is added. Cool. On a mean time to happen of 50 years. So, on average, 50 years. You can think of that in terms of it might be 25 years, it might be 100 years. They will be close enough to get the general direction of the swarm. A system at the edge of the galaxy will be marked as the center of the invasion. It could be anywhere on the edge of the galaxy. We'll look at our galaxy in a minute. The system cannot be within or near fallen or awakened empire. It will not be an owned system either unless every rim system is claimed. It is. The closest 5 systems are marked for the Vanguard fleets. 120 months after that, a transmission will be received from the Swarm. 30 months later, the Vanguard will arrive with 12 fleets. 600 days after the... Okay. So that's further ahead than we're probably going to get this episode. We're going to review our defenses as they stand. We're going to start amping them up. We're going to start conquering organic life forms some more so that we can defend the edge of the galaxy better. We'll go over all of that. As far as what kind of troops we need to beat them, there's a whole entry on how to do it. This is all metagame stuff. I've never done a crisis. I've never done a... This is my first full playthrough of Stellaris. So I have no idea what I'm up against. It could be easy. It could be difficult. I don't know. I could lose. I could win. Praetorian Swarm entities are heavily armored, attack enemies with missiles and strike class craft along with some acid bursts. Swarmlings possess Corvette-level evasion. Since their weapons either ignore or cause major damage to shields and work equally well against armor and hull, combat fleets protect themselves with point defense, armor, and plating. Use your energy weapons to deal bonus damage against both armor and hull to attack. Okay. I can really study what that means at a later time. Again, I don't know how dangerous these fleets are going to be. We're going to go over all of our preparation stuff. Let's switch back to the live scene here. Storm is on the horizon. Pause. The first thing I need to do before I forget is I need to claim a few more systems. I'm going to war. I don't want to waste this war by not claiming the systems I want. They're not important systems by any stretch, although they have an Arctic world we can inhabit and make into an alloy foundry. I know we're maxed out on stuff, but that's okay. We're near our fleet cap, but we're not at it. We can certainly afford to go over it if we wanted. Let's review. We are Skynet. We're the red. So you can see we own the northwestern quadrant, most of the southwestern quadrant. We have outposts in the east, and we own the L cluster. We have not colonized the L cluster for some reason. I'm not really sure what yet. I wonder if you can colonize the L cluster. We're lacking 24 influence. Okay, remind me. So if it comes from the north or over here... Let's look at Sol first. Sol is our capital. We have massive land armies. I'm going to order up a bunch more land armies. We're clicking a lot. I understand that. I can order up Cyrix Warforms? Well. Not affected by morale. 74 damage is definitely better. I didn't know we could order these. Anyway, our capital system is defended by the Solar Fleet, which is 465,000 strong, a 203,000 starbase, which I could make even stronger if I wanted. We have the Mega Shipyard here. We have a Dragon. We have a Juggernaut. We have Gray. I can't merge them into a single fleet, which just sort of sucks. We also have the Alpha Centauri Security Force, which is another 500,000. The X-941 Security Squadron, 406,000. The Akmal Reserves, this is where our... what do you call it? Strategic Coordination Center is located, so I've been role-playing that these are just reserves because we don't have any more Titans to assign to them. The Euphrixia Defense Squadron, the Digantu Defense Squadron, the Reag Response Force, which I think I gave orders to, no I didn't, and the Bernardskar Squadron. So what does that add up to? If you estimate that each of these are 400,000, which they're more than 400,000, you get 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 4. So 4 million. We have 4 million fleet power in this neighborhood, plus more. Finn. I forgot the Finn Security Squadron. Plus change. Closer to 5 million fleet power. Gods forbid they attack Earth. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be great. It'll be awesome. It'll be everything we want it to be. Because we also have star bases in these edge systems. The worst situation would be if it appeared at like Gathrika and started raiding in here. Now, if they attacked the Namekians, the little green guys. I'm a Dragon Ball fan. What do you want? Well, there are no star lanes from this neighborhood into my territory. So unless they can warp, they'd have to come through Bax, which would give us enough time to really react fast. We could gate over to Aesir. We can gate to Romson. Aesir's got a fleet, but I think I'm sending that out on a mission. I've been sending fleets out to attack. So that's our core area here. This is our like capital region. What's the worst that could happen? We have just bajillions of land troops. I'm not too worried about land troops. Keep upping the armor. If they land further to the west, we have gate networks set up. They're not as nice as I'd like. We have this large stretch here that's got no gates. If they land in here, we're going to have to gate to Gossamer, and we're going to have to gate to Raxico. We're low on influence. That's our problem. We're about to start another war and conquer a bunch more territory, which will just make us much stronger, probably increase our fleet limit a lot. If we're at war when the swarm arrives, that would be a disruptive element, but considering the rest of the organics are too weak to threaten us by a huge margin, I mean, you can see how we just cut the glorious Makaru Imperium in half. I'm not threatened by them. It's just a matter of occupying systems and planets and mopping up, and they'll surrender. And I'm just trying to get stable, defensible borders, and to clean up some of the border war. Like, this over here is going to be mine, this over here is going to be mine. This is going to stay independent, this is going to stay independent. This over here is a weird little cluster that I'm going to eat. This same with up here. I'm going to eat down to here. I'm going to eat some territory over here. Clean this up a bit. Clean this little guy up. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. I don't have any more influence to claim stuff anyway. Oh, wow. These are actually unsettled. Oh, I know why. Because there was an AI revolt that happened here for the Vagaros. And that got cleaned out. So that's a nuisance. I even lost my claims on these systems. That's stupid. Alright. Well, that means I'll need a science ship. I have one of those up in here. Okay, that'll be fine. We have the mega shipyard. We have... We've also been sparse with our gates. Like, we have a gate at Riag, we have a gate at Romson, we have a gate at Ajok. We don't have any gates in the core of our base, because I've always roleplayed it that we don't want one of our gates getting taken over by the enemy somehow, and then having them teleport right to Sol. It's just been an irrational fear Skynet's had. So, that's fun. I'm going to boost the desktop audio slightly, because it seems like there's nothing getting through. If you're on Twitch, let me know what you think. These guys we've never been to war with. That's interesting. Can you imagine if we accidentally forced the Praetorians to spawn here? Like, oops, these are unoccupied, therefore they're going to hit. I'd just be like, alright, drop 50 million here. We might just lose outright, I don't know. I don't know how prepared we are. I've never done a crisis. I just don't know. I'm going to do some resource purchasing real quick. By the way, all of these numbers are without edicts active. I don't know how much of a shield boost you get, but it's like 25% shield hit points. Alright, shields I understand might be not so great against the Praetorians. Volatile land clearance, I don't need. Volatile ammunition, kinetic damage, 25. Explosives, explosive damage, 25. Reactive armor, armor 25. That's pretty nice. Focusing crystals, energy weapon, 25. We might tear through them. We might get crushed. I don't know. I kind of enjoy that feeling. Like, all of the work I've put into this campaign, all of the hours of just letting my computer run and like writing in the background and working on projects could come down to just us getting stomped. The Lavis Free Traders, by the way, are like the worst case scenario. If they hit them, I mean, there's this Fallen Empire here that might slow them down. There's also Fallen Empire here. They might wake up and be like, we're an empire. And I might just be like, yeah, but you suck. I really could expand this army. It's a Raider Corps. It doesn't matter. I even built a secondary command vestige. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is just check our ship designer. We have 3 classes of hunter-killer drones. They are mostly for point defense purposes. Like, they have some weaponry, but, like, they're for point defense. I have 2 classes of destroyer. I have a flak picket, which is just flak. It's flak and picket stuff. It's literally designed to just dodge stuff and defend. Then I have a gunship, which is just gunship, right? No big deal. I have 3 classes of cruiser. I have one that's mixed lasers and cannons. One that's mostly lasers. And one that's got some point defense, got some fighter jets, and has Devastator torpedoes. So indirect fire. I now have 3 categories of battleship. I have the Apocalypse, which is a focused arc emitter, shield and armor penetration, and just lots of lasers. Also, battleships are where we start seeing the dark matter deflectors. Bombardment, which is just pure, almost pure physical damage, which is probably not the best for the Praetorian Scourge. And the Ezekiel class carriers, which have gamma lasers, some point defense, 2 rounds of strike craft, large crystal forged plating. It's functionally the same as Dragon Scale. 1110, 1110. So it's just another route to the same thing. It's just a different resource that's used. So that's something to note. We have 1 category of Titan, which is the Titanic. It's got a prediction beam and just a bajillion lasers. Defense platforms. We do have a defense platform bug where some of our stations can't build defense platforms. I don't know why. But these are our defenses. And I tend to build a pointy-ear defense, a shotgun defense, and a laser defense in a row. We have a Juggernaut. It's a Juggernaut. It's what it is. It's got a jump drive. Hip hip hooray. It's powerful. It's really hard to kill. It's got 2 tachyon lances. But that's fine. So those are our ship designs. We might need to make new ship designs once we've, studied the enemy. I refuse to metagame that. I'm in it for the experience. This isn't like a CK2 campaign where I'm just like, fuck it, let's go for super achievements and min-max the shit out of things. What else? Do we have any relics we want to activate here? Click the button, you get 5,000 alloys. That's good for an emergency. Monthly Unity is absolutely not helpful. Happiness is not helpful. Tech progress, literally useless. I understand that would be useful, but no. I can find military applications for my minor artifacts. That would probably be another last-ditch defensive effort. As long as they don't come for Saul first, we should be able to defeat them. If they come for Saul first, I almost feel sorry for them. But that's just the way it goes. Is there anything else we need to do? We need to check our claims one more time. Claiming all of this. So the last thing I want is like one system to escape my grasp. And just have that one little droplet of border gore. It's so annoying. 1, 2, 3. You're going to come into the war. So you guys can claim up some of this space here. We have all of this claimed. Okay. I'm not worried about the war being a challenge. I'd still be defending 2 systems. Wouldn't help. Okay. Ready, steady, go, baby.
Diplomatic alert. War protocols initiated.
Let a day or 2 pass. Let them tag hostile.
Spaceport engaged.
Space Force will be engaged by... I swear I closed my borders to them after the last war, but... Okay. Y'all can suffer that consequence, I guess. Like I said, they're no threat to me whatsoever. Like, even if they were all grouped up, the most they could probably muster is like 100k. We would squash that in a battle. Our stations are like 81 without, like, with just defense platforms. They're really hopeless. Their situation is literally like apocalyptically bad. They have a gate. They can build another gate and they can communicate with the rest of their empire. But that's about it. Like, alright. 1.3k. Honestly surprised we're not shooting at them.
Technological acquisition successful.
I have a claim on this, right? Yes. We're gonna need some ground troops, aren't we? Oh, look at that! That's the defensive complement to raid against us. Okay. You will do nothing to us.
Hostile stationary asset engaged.
I almost wish we could auto battle. Did you fucking forget your orders?
Hostile fleet assets engaged.
By the way, if you haven't already, please hit the like, share, subscribe, friend, follow, or whatever buttons. It really just helps the channel grow. It lets me know what you're watching so I can keep making more of it. I really do appreciate it from the very bottom of my heart. I am on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Discord. Links are all in the description to the YouTube video. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having fun. This squadron of ships is not going to have fun. Stay on the... Yeah, you know, you do that. You make that little move. It's like, what do you do at 340k? It just drops on you. And that's like a half fleet. That's what's fun about this game.
Technological acquisition successful.
Admiral levels up. This is like the largest size galaxy, so that's why it's made slow. I think my next campaign is a much smaller galaxy. I was going to do a resource purchase. Let's sell some minerals. Let's sell some food. Let's even sell... Oh, I bought? Did I buy it? Oh, man. That was dumb. Good job, Frost. Sell some of these. Let's buy some more crystals. Land armies. Go down to Zom. Oh yeah, this little system over here is a thing.
Alert. Spaceport deconstructed.
What? It's gotta be one of those situations where, like... It's not there. Something's not right. That should not have happened. I should be attacking you. The fuck? How did you manage that? I didn't build them up. How did I make such a dumb tactical mistake? That's secure, that's secure. We have them... They're not, like, going anywhere. They're just annoying. That's my fault. They bypass the defensive grid. Somehow they bypass my defensive grid. So on average, it will take about 50 years for the swarm to actually reach us. That's certainly an endgame crisis. I don't want to wait. Ship weapon range, 20%. That's great.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated. Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
Not sure who that is. Not sure why you're not where you belong. Not sure why you unselected. Lego Plop. And Glump. She's Glump. She's Glump. She's Glump. She's in my head. Twentieth bouquet. Now, when we capture these planets, we just basically eat them up.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated. Planetary pacification protocols initiated.
Raider Core.
Technological acquisition successful.
Yeah, I'm shift ordering. I'm just ordering these things to do basic patrol routes. And then return to terminal egress.
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
Are you kidding me? Very annoyed.
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
So we can build stations here. I'm going to build like an emergency raft. If things go really wrong, the worst that can happen is Thorn Scourge eats us all. I'll be able to just rebuild stuff.
Technological.
I'm trying to up this 5K to like 8K. Once we win this war, we're going to do a lot of cleaning up. We're going to do a lot of rearranging pops, to be honest. They have robots? They have, like, robots. Oh, God. That's just a mess. Look at this disaster.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated.
You know, I know they're not going to be satisfied with just a couple beatdowns. I mean, look at this. They're never going to accept surrender at this rate. Land armies. You're good. We're doing well. It's for destroying the 011 guys, who I wanted to show you all. They were pretty cool. They were like, they had a little heart for an insignia. It was awesome. It's a shame.
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
Instability is just a thing.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated. Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives. Technological acquisition successful.
That's bullshit. Oh, I forgot that there's a war over here. Whoops. I need the Physioradar core. You know what, I'll take... Nope, I don't want to say Insector Fleet. Do I? I want to know what you're doing. You're landing here. Saiyans active fleet can just go here. I think I claimed that. No dark matter harvesters for you. Physiocore. Come here. Go to here. Notice how I got all these little tendrils doing stuff, and I still have like 4 million fleet power at home? It's by design. Could pump out just 1 million Corvettes. Bunch of flax. Just gonna pump out small stuff. Probably over my cap. I'll keep upgrading it. I'm gonna have a huge increase in fleet cap, and I have 23,000 energy credits per month. I'm not worried about expenses. Yeah, that went weird.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated.
I do sort of wish the AI would just be like, "Yep, I'm outmatched. I surrender." Why are you stopped?
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives. Well, I'm gonna take a break here, I think. This war will continue as planned. We will win it. Unless the swarm comes. If the swarm comes, then all bets are off. But the next time you see an episode will probably be when the swarm comes. So keep that in mind. Thank you all so much for joining me. Again, if you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow whatever buttons really help the channel grow. It lets me know you're watching so I can keep making more of it. And I really do appreciate it from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you all. And as always on this channel, at least for now, La Paz.